What's up, Nerd Alert? I'm back again to talk about music that I will never completely be able to describe my feelings on. Today, I decided to only cover one song because anytime I talk about an artist, it goes for an hour and no one watches them. Because who's gonna watch an hour-long video by someone who doesn't know what they're talking about? I know I wouldn't. So, I decided, let's shorten it a bit. So today, we're talking about a song written by 3 British men, 2 DJs and 1 singer, about love. Because I recently got into a relationship of my own, and I'm really happy in it. So romantic music is good to me. Well, romantic music has always been good to me, but it's especially good to me. So, I'm going to talk about a song from 2012 that placed number 7 on the US Billboard Top 100. That was my second experience with anything relating to homosexuals. My first was when back in 4th grade, I would look up the Disney princesses kissing in The Sims. This comes in a top 2 most memorable experience. Well, top 3 most memorable experiences with gay people. I'm gonna talk about a song by the DJ duo Disclosure and Mr. Sam Smith, who I've always been a fan of. If you go far enough down, you'll find another Sam Smith song down there. Well, I don't even remember what song it is. Yeah. So, Disclosure and Sam Smith in 2012 wrote a pretty indie song. You probably haven't heard of it, called Latch, which before writing, well, I didn't write this video, before deciding to look into for this video, I only remembered one thing about, and that was the lesbian kiss. But not the first lesbian kiss, the second lesbian kiss. Because the first lesbian kiss, for some reason, I just didn't remember it. But the sparkly lesbian kiss, I remembered that. I'm gonna talk about the music video first, because that's what I remember more, because that's what I just watched to make sure that I was actually sure of what I was talking about. The music video is about 3 separate couples. One, I want to say regular, but that's absolutely not right, because these are all fucking regular. One, young teenage couple making out in an elevator. One biracial couple, about to have sex, making out. And then a lesbian couple in a bar. They say it's a bar in the Wikipedia, which I also looked into before making this. But it looked more like a regular ass party. That did not look like a bar. But yeah, I didn't remember the elevator couple, even though looking back I'm oh yeah, those ones. And then nor the biracial couple, when all of them are equally interesting. Except the music video feels like its main one is the lesbian one. It's not the first one they show, but it's the one that it feels like they spend the most time on. They spend a decent amount of time on all of them, though. The teen couple, I think they're teens. They're either young 20s or late teens. They are in an elevator, and they're ooh, it's a will they won't they at the start. They keep bumping hands and go, but there are other people in the elevator, so they can't make out. You can't make out when there are other people in the elevator, A, that's just weird, and B, what are they saying? And so once everyone's out, they look at each other, and they long into each other's eyes. And then once they start kissing, the elevator starts leaking. It stops leaking once they stop making out. So I guess one of them has magical powers to just make water, to make it rain in an elevator. And then they stop, and it stops. And then other people walk in, and they're like, oh, we can't hold hands. You see her hands, like, one covering the other, and you're like, oh, they can't kiss now. Other people are in the elevator. They can't even hold hands. Yeah, they won't hold hands when other people are in the elevator, too, for some reason. And then once they kiss again, the elevator leaks, and then there's starry montage of them kissing. So like, I think that's their inner minds when they're kissing, because all three of them have that, and like the couple that's laying down are standing up in it. So yeah, I think that's just inside their minds. But yeah, that one. Yeah, that one's probably my favorite. It's just cute, like just the shy couple. The other two are, one's more flirtatious and one's just like pre and post sex making out. So I'll talk about the pre and post sex makeout sessions. The biracial couple, you see one guy he's sitting up in his bed just like, I've got this. You've got this, Tom Brady. Rick James, bitch. He's sitting up, taking off his necklace, because he's about to lay pipe. Then his girlfriend walks in, and she takes off her shirt, and then they like long into each other's eyes, because it's the doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo part of the song. And then they start making out. Then they're both laying down, like kind of like pillow talking, and they start making out again. They don't have any special effects. They just have the sun gleaming through the window. That's their interesting effect, I guess. And then I forgot to mention this. At the end of the song, the first couple, it shows each of them separately with the Disclosure logo over their face. I don't know what that means. The biracial couple, they also have the Disclosure logo over their face. Then it goes to the lesbian couple. The lesbian couple. So there's the one shy one who like maybe isn't as shy as I'm like remembering her. I do remember her hair being fire. Like I've always had an interest in women's hair. For the first major tangent of the video, I've always had an interest in women's hair. It's just really pretty to me. Like, I probably should have been a hairstylist, but you know, now I'm just a dog of the military. I've always had an interest. I probably should have been a stylist, because long women's hair, the many different ways that women can like do with their hair are so fire. Like, I've recently got an interest for short women's hair and the different things they can do with that too. The only one that like I'm like, very few people can rock that is straight bald. Like, oh, and the like, I'm calling it as I've witnessed it, the lesbian comb over. Like the one shaved side, and then it all flipped over. Yeah. Those two hairstyles I've rarely seen work. But she has the little like the little circle braid in the back of her hair, and it looks so fire. And then the other lady, she almost has the lesbian comb over, but not fully. Like, it looks like 1 or 2 steps away from the lesbian comb over. But like the circle braid, I'm gonna call it the smiley face because the hair kind of like loops up into a smiley face. I think that's the end of the hair tangent. The smiley face braid girl, she is like, it looks like she's playing beer pong, but she's not. She's just throwing shit at the comb over. And like so I guess she wasn't as shy as I remember her from my childhood. But like they start flirting, like one's whispering and the other, or not whispering, one's talking into the other ear because the bar's loud, and then the other one tries talking into her ear, and like the other girl's mouth is like slightly turned that way, and they almost kiss, and they like step back and they're like and then they just go I mean, all three of them go like, or all three couples go like that, but still, that's, for some reason, that one was just funny to me, so I remember it a lot more. Then they just have a random light on the floor is flashing directly at them when I've never seen a bar with lights on the floor flashing that way, unless it's like a dance floor, but I didn't see a dance floor. So I think either I'm tripping or they are, because that light should not have been there. The continuity of this music video makes no sense. And then the second time they're like kind of running through the bar, like, let's get out of here. Hee hee. Yeah, let's get out of here. And then they stop like right before they reach the door and just start making out again. And then it goes through. Oh, I lied. The special effect wasn't the light on the floor. That was just a misplaced light that should not have fucking been there. It was that everyone else in the bar got the disclosure face for a split second. That's important because when it's time for the lesbian couple to get the disclosure face, because they go through every single person in order. They go the elevator couple, then they go the interracial couple, and then they end with the lesbians. They don't do the disclosure face, the disclosure face. They just show them kissing more. Why do they get the special treatment? Is it because everyone else in the bar gets the fucking disclosure face? What makes them special? Homosexuality, that's what. But like, if it's because they're a minority couple, homosexual, then why didn't the interracial couple get it? Because like, up until like the 1950s, whites and blacks weren't allowed either. But there they are. So why the am I crazy? Maybe I'm just homophobic. There's definite possibility. But like, I'm like, what? You did it for 4 of them, but not the last 2? You had ample time. And you still could have showed them kissing even with showing the disclosure face. IDK though. I didn't direct the music video. I just enjoyed it. And then yeah. It shows a 360 of all the couples, then it shows the disclosure face on 4 of them, and then it ends with another 360 of the lesbians, and then it like ends with their mouths slightly apart, like they're about to go in for another, but it cuts off right before they do. It's a good music video. It's a great music video, honestly. Like the few things that like I just kind of was like, what the hell, what? Huh? Were just because I found them funny. Like I have no actual gripes with the music video. So now I'll just talk about the song. I found out today that there's an acoustic version. I've never heard it, and I probably won't anytime soon. But I listened to the song 3 times today. Well, 2.5. I listened to it while I was in the shower, which made me want to talk about it today. I listened to it while watching the music video, but I wasn't really paying attention to the lyrics. And then I listened to Sam Smith perform it live because there's a recording from about 4 days ago, or recently, for a Christmas event he did, where he just did a live show. And he alone covered that with like some backing vocalists. The live performance was cute. It's probably, I don't like live performances. It's probably the worst one I've seen. I don't dislike live performances. I just think they're not as good as the original. That was definitely a not as good as the original. So let's talk about the original. Latch is fucking adorable. Like, Sam Smith fucking belts his heart out about, like, wanting to be with this person. Like, how they make his heart bleed. I'm gonna say it. How he makes his heart bleed, because Sam Smith, if I'm not mistaken, is a homosexual man. There's nothing wrong with that. Big ups. How he makes Sam Smith's heart bleed. How, like, now that he has him, he won't let go of him. Like, he just sings about how in love he is with his partner. And isn't that how you should be with a partner? Like, that's what's fantastic about romance music. It's just like, fucking, even if they use words that everyone else has used, I don't give a shit, because I'm in it, because I like the feeling behind it. That I'm not the biggest fan of, like, well, actually, I do love pop music, but, like, there was an era of pop music where it just felt like every song was just like, yo, girls, they're pretty fire. A few of them still hit, like a few One Direction songs, even though they're all the same. Like, the lyrics may be different, the sound may be different, the feeling is the exact same. Yo, this girl's so fire. That's the feeling they go for. It's fine. It's whatevs. But for Latch, it, like, I feel like latching onto someone is a phrase that other than this song, I've never heard in a song, because it's so specifically this song. I've never heard the phrase, "you make my heart bleed," except in this song. This song is everything that I want to say to my partner, because like I adore them. I want to latch on to them forever. If I fucking could, I would. But like I am not smart enough to come up with like half those lyrics. But Sam Smith does, or whoever wrote it. I'm gonna assume it's Sam Smith because Sam Smith's the one that sang it, and everyone knows all singers write their songs to Doink. That's why they're called singer-songwriters. To Doink. The few most memorable parts of the song for me, the constantly repeating never, Sam Smith like super high voice, which like on most songs I can I feel is kind of grating, because like you can't listen to a high voice for too long. But Sam Smith fucking hits those notes. I'm just like, oh, that's why his live performance of it is just not as good, because he tries to like at the end of every line he starts low and then gets higher, where like it hits because it's just all high notes. If the low notes in it aren't what make the song, it's those high notes, at least for the chorus. If the chorus wasn't high notes, I don't think it would hit as hard, because the change in his voice signifies the fucking complete change between chorus and verse. There's the little bridge between the verse, which like he gets quieter and lower than the than the verse. That's the word I'm looking for. God damn. Than the verse, but like it makes that build up into the chorus hit that much harder, because he was like a regular voice with a few high notes and like a few low notes in the verse. Then that bridge, he just gets low and deep. Damn, Sammy. And then he fucking stratosphere, well, not hits those high notes. He hits them. I haven't heard men hit notes that high since Adorned by Miguel, which was fucking cheated out of the win for Song of the Year by Fun's We Are Young. Fuck We Are Young. It does not fucking compare to Adorned by Miguel. So the verses, all fire. That bridge is probably the most important part, because it doesn't every other part includes a never, but that one is just like sets of 3 notes, and then Sam Smith just fucking, I think we're close enough, which is, oh, that just, like, that just feels right. And then it ending with like a few notes setting in, getting lower, setting into him getting way higher. I need what he's on. Drugs. Funny. I adore that song. I adorn that song. I just talked about that song. Those 3 to 4 minutes of him working his magic are the greatest 4 minutes he's ever given me. Like, I have a cover of one of his songs on my YouTube channel. It's probably my most infamous video that everyone's like, Drew, you can't delete this. Like, if you keep any one video for the rest of the time, it has to be your Sam Smith Not the Only One cover. But Sam Smith's Not the Only One isn't even Sam Smith's best song. It was when I was a kid, but now that I'm older and actually give a shit about music, Latch is the best work I've ever heard the man make. Like, he's had multiple hits, multiple great songs, but none of them will compare. Fuck, I lied. He has a tied for best song. Latch and La La La. Those two songs, no one will compare to those in. No, Sam Smith will never compare to himself again. He peaked. No offense, Sam. Love your shit. You peaked. You peaked 2012, 2014. Those two songs, which you are features on, are so fucking good. Like, Sam Smith works best when he's a feature, I guess. Because, fuck, I only said I was going to talk about one song, so I'm going to talk about La 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 quickly. La La La, it's the music video, fire. The song, fire. The song just like talking about how sometimes you just want to fucking ignore other people. Sometimes the shit that other people are saying to you just doesn't fucking matter. They think it does, it just doesn't. Like, you just don't. It may be childish of me to fucking just la 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 and ignore your ass, but fuck it. If that's childish, I'm childish. In his own words. But those two songs, because I don't know if he just doesn't have a good team writing the like background music or sorry, the instrumentals, or if his songs are so like one way that the instrumentals need to be like that. But every time he's featured on a song, it's completely different from it's completely different from his own style. Sam Smith has a lot of songs that are just slow and mellow. Like Not the Only One. Not the Only One is one of my favorite songs of his. However, it's slow and mellow, like all of his other solo songs. But when he features on a song, the energy of it is just so different that it hits so much harder. Like, if Sam Smith wrote fast songs, I don't know if I would think that Latch is such a masterpiece as I do. But since those two songs are fast and electric, they just feel right compared to all of his slow, moody songs. Like, I can get behind a slow, moody song every once in a while. I feel sad too. But nothing compares to when Sam Smith is on a high energy song, be it about love or about ignoring people. So with that, all I gotta say, listen to Latch. It didn't place top 7 in the fucking United States for nothing. It didn't become a fucking hit in multiple different countries for nothing. It became a hit because it was good. You should listen to La 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 too, but this video is about Latch. You should listen to Latch. And Adorned by Miguel, but mainly Latch. And Viva La Vida by Coldplay. And Clocks by Coldplay. You should listen to Coldplay, but mainly Latch. Those 3 British men have created a song that, in my eyes, will be remembered for decades. People are going to tell their kids about Latch. People are going to tell their fucking grandkids about Latch, and they'll be like, this was real music. Because Latch deserves it.